The Exploratory Mars Unit. In the vast expanse of the solar system, a lone red planet, Mars, has long captivated the human imagination. Its dusty surface, scarred by ancient craters, holds secrets that have beckoned scientists and dreamers for generations. Now, in the year 2042, humanity stands on the precipice of a new era of exploration, ready to unravel the mysteries of this enigmatic world. The Exploratory Mars Unit, E.M.U., a team of 7 highly skilled astronauts, is the vanguard of this bold endeavor. Each member brings a unique set of expertise to the mission, their collective talents forming a formidable force in the pursuit of scientific discovery. Leading the team is Dr. Emily Chen, the mission commander and a seasoned astrogeologist. Her deep understanding of planetary geology and her calm demeanor under pressure make her the ideal leader for this challenging mission. Dr. Ben Walker, the team's astrophysicist, is a master of the cosmos. His keen insights into the universe's workings will be invaluable in deciphering the mysteries of Mars' past and present. Dr. Anya Sharma, the team's exobiologist, is a specialist in the search for extraterrestrial life. Her passion for finding life beyond Earth fuels her determination to uncover any signs of past or present Martian life. Dr. Kenji Tanaka, the team's engineer and robotics expert, is the brains behind the mission's advanced robotic systems. His ingenuity will be crucial in navigating the Martian terrain and conducting scientific experiments. Dr. Maria Rodriguez, the team's medical officer and biochemist, is responsible for the health and well-being of the crew. Her expertise in medicine and biochemistry will be essential in ensuring the team's survival in the harsh Martian environment. Dr. Alex Petrov, the team's geologist and geochemist, is a master of deciphering the Earth's history through its rocks. His skills will be invaluable in understanding the geological processes that have shaped Mars over millions of years. Dr. Sarah Jones, the team's communications officer and linguist, is the link between the crew and Earth. Her ability to communicate effectively and her knowledge of various languages will be essential in maintaining contact with mission control and sharing the team's discoveries with the world. Together, the E.M.U. embodies the spirit of human exploration, driven by a shared passion for discovery and a collective determination to unlock the secrets of Mars. Their journey is not just a mission to another planet, it is a voyage into the unknown, a quest to expand the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. As the E.M.U. prepares for their historic mission, they gather in the Launch Control Center, their faces etched with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The weight of their responsibility, the hopes and dreams of humanity resting on their shoulders, is palpable. E.M.U., are you ready for liftoff? Booms a voice over the intercom. Affirmative, Houston, responds Dr. Chen, her voice steady and resolute. With a thunderous roar, the rocket carrying the E.M.U. blasts off from Earth, leaving behind a trail of smoke and a legacy of human ambition. Their journey to Mars has begun. Chapter 1. The Red Planet Beckons. After a 6-month journey through the vast expanse of space, the E.M.U. spacecraft, the Ares 3, finally enters the Martian atmosphere. The team watches in awe as the red planet looms larger, its dusty surface revealing a landscape of ancient craters and canyons. As the Ares 3 descends towards the landing site, a vast plain known as Elysium Planitia, the team prepares for their first steps on Martian soil. The landing is smooth, the spacecraft settling gently onto the surface with a soft thud. With a collective sigh of relief, the team opens the hatch and emerges onto the Martian surface. The air is thin, the sky a rusty orange hue, and the silence is broken only by the soft hiss of their spacesuits. Dr. Chen, the first to step out, takes a deep breath of the thin Martian air. "Welcome to Mars, E.M.U., she says, her voice filled with awe. The team spends the next few days setting up their habitat, the Ares IV, a self-sustaining research station designed to withstand the harsh Martian environment. They also deploy their robotic exploration vehicles, the rovers, which will be their eyes and ears as they venture out into the Martian landscape. As they begin their exploration, the E.M.U. quickly discovers that Mars is a planet of contrasts. Its surface is a desolate wasteland, yet beneath the dust lies a history of ancient geological processes, perhaps even evidence of past life. Dr. Chen and Dr. Petrov, the geologists, spend countless hours examining the Martian rocks, deciphering the planet's geological history. They find evidence of ancient water flows, suggesting that Mars may once have been a warm, wet planet, capable of supporting life. Dr. Sharma, the exobiologist, searches for signs of past or present life, scouring the Martian soil for microscopic fossils or other biosignatures. Her search is painstaking, but she remains hopeful, driven by the possibility of discovering life beyond Earth. Dr. Walker, the astrophysicist, uses the Ares IV's telescopes to study the Martian sky, mapping the planet's celestial neighbors and searching for clues about the formation of the solar system. Dr. Tanaka, the engineer, oversees the deployment of the rovers, guiding them through the Martian terrain and collecting data on the planet's environment. Dr. Rodriguez, the medical officer, monitors the team's health, ensuring that they remain physically and mentally fit for the challenges of the mission. Dr. Jones, the communications officer, maintains contact with Earth, transmitting data and sharing the team's discoveries with the world. As the weeks turn into months, the E.M.U's exploration of Mars intensifies. They venture further and further from the Ares IV, venturing into uncharted territory, their curiosity and determination fueled by the promise of new discoveries. Chapter 2. The Dig. One day, as the E.M.U explores a region known as Valles Marineris, a vast canyon system that stretches across the Martian surface, they stumble upon a peculiar formation. It is a massive, circular structure, partially buried beneath the Martian dust, its origin a mystery. Intrigued, the team decides to investigate. They deploy the rovers, equipped with powerful drills, to excavate the site. As the dust and debris are cleared away, the true nature of the structure is revealed. It is a massive, ancient city, its architecture unlike anything the team has ever seen. The city is composed of towering structures, some reaching hundreds of meters into the sky, connected by intricate networks of tunnels and passages. The walls are adorned with strange symbols and hieroglyphics, their meaning a complete enigma to the E.M.U. As the team explores the city, they discover evidence of a highly advanced civilization, far more advanced than anything they could have imagined. The technology evident in the city's architecture is far beyond anything humanity has achieved, suggesting that the civilization that built it may have been far more advanced than humans. But the city also holds a dark secret. As the team delves deeper, they uncover evidence of a catastrophic event, a war that had ravaged the city, leaving behind a trail of destruction and death. Dr. Petrov, examining the ruins, discovers traces of radioactive isotopes, suggesting that the war may have been fought with weapons of mass destruction, perhaps even nuclear weapons. The discovery of this ancient, war-torn civilization sends shockwaves through the E.M.U. It raises profound questions about the nature of civilization, the potential for self-destruction, and the possibility of other intelligent life in the universe. As the team continues their exploration, they uncover more and more evidence of this ancient civilization, their history and their demise. They find artifacts, tools, and weapons, all bearing witness to a civilization that had once thrived on Mars, only to be destroyed by its own hubris. The discovery of this ancient civilization is a turning point for the E.M.U. It transforms their mission from a scientific exploration into a historical investigation, a quest to understand the rise and fall of a civilization that had once walked the same Martian soil. Chapter 3. The Fleet. As the E.M.U continues their excavation of the ancient city, a strange phenomenon occurs. The Martian sky, normally a muted orange, begins to shimmer and pulsate with an eerie light. The team, initially baffled, soon realizes that they are not alone. A fleet of massive alien ships, unlike anything they have ever seen, appears in the Martian sky, their hulls gleaming with an otherworldly light. The E.M.U, caught off guard, scrambles to prepare for the unexpected encounter. They retreat to the Ares IV, securing the habitat and preparing for a potential confrontation. As the alien ships descend towards the Martian surface, the team watches in awe and apprehension. The ships are enormous, their size dwarfing even the largest spacecraft humanity has ever built. The ships land silently, their landing gear extending with a soft thud. The silence is broken only by the soft hum of their engines, a sound that sends shivers down the spines of the E.M.U. Suddenly, the ship's hulls begin to glow, and a beam of light emanates from each ship, piercing the Martian atmosphere. The light coalesces into a massive, swirling vortex, its power evident in the way it distorts the air around it. From the vortex emerge strange, humanoid figures, their forms shimmering and indistinct. They are tall and slender, their bodies encased in sleek, metallic suits that reflect the Martian light. The figures approach the Ares IV, their movements fluid and graceful. They carry no visible weapons, but their presence is intimidating, their intentions unknown. The E.M.U, armed with their scientific instruments and a few defensive tools, prepare for a first contact scenario. Dr. Chen, as the mission commander, takes the lead, her voice calm and steady as she attempts to establish communication. "Greetings," she says, her voice amplified through the Ares IV's external speakers. "We are the Exploratory Mars Unit from Earth. We come in peace." The figures pause, their heads tilting as if listening. A moment of tense silence hangs in the air, broken only by the soft hum of the alien ships. Then, one of the figures steps forward, its form becoming clearer, its features more defined. It raises a hand, a gesture that seems to be a greeting. "Greetings," a voice echoes, its tone clear and resonant, but with a strange, otherworldly cadence. "We are the Zydonian Collective. We have observed your presence on this world." The E.M.U is stunned. The aliens speak their language, their communication clear and concise. "We are here to explore," Dr. Chen replies, her voice filled with a mix of awe and apprehension. "We seek to understand the history of Mars, to learn about its past." "The past is a dangerous thing," the Zydonian responds, its voice tinged with a hint of warning. "There are secrets buried beneath the surface of this world, secrets that should remain undisturbed." "We have already discovered an ancient city," Dr. Petrov interjects, his voice filled with excitement. "We have found evidence of a civilization that once thrived here." The Zydonian's form flickers, its metallic suit reflecting the Martian light in a strange, unsettling way. "You have awakened the ghosts of the past," it says, its voice turning cold. "You have disturbed the slumber of the ancients." Suddenly, the ground beneath the Ares IV begins to tremble. The Martian dust swirls, and a low, guttural roar echoes across the desolate landscape. From the depths of the ancient city, a massive, mechanical creature emerges, its form a grotesque amalgamation of metal and bone. It is a war machine, a relic of the ancient civilization, awakened from its slumber by the E.M.U's excavation. The creature roars again, its voice a deafening cacophony of metal and rage. It charges towards the Ares IV, its massive limbs tearing through the Martian terrain. The Zydonians, their forms shimmering with energy, step forward, their hands glowing with an otherworldly light. They unleash a barrage of energy blasts, their power enough to shatter the creature's metallic armor. The creature, enraged, turns its attention to the Zydonians, its mechanical eyes glowing with a malevolent red light. It unleashes a barrage of energy weapons, its power enough to vaporize rock. The Zydonians, agile and swift, dodge the creature's attacks, their movements fluid and graceful. They retaliate with their own energy blasts, their power enough to cripple the creature's limbs. The battle rages, the Martian landscape transformed into a war zone. The E.M.U, caught in the crossfire, watches in horror as the Zydonians and the ancient war machine clash, their power enough to shake the very foundations of Mars. Chapter 4. The War for Mars. The battle between the Zydonians and the ancient war machine intensifies, the Martian landscape transformed into a chaotic battlefield. The E.M.U, trapped in the Ares IV, watches helplessly as the two forces clash, their power enough to level mountains. Dr. Chen, realizing that they are caught in the middle of a conflict far beyond their understanding, orders the team to prepare for evacuation. They must leave Mars, escape the war zone, and warn Earth of the impending danger. Dr. Tanaka, the engineer, works frantically to prepare the Ares III for launch. He reroutes power, activates the engines, and prepares the spacecraft for a rapid ascent. Dr. Jones, the communications officer, attempts to contact Earth, but the electromagnetic interference from the battle disrupts their signal. They are cut off, stranded on Mars, with no way to call for help. Dr. Walker, the astrophysicist, analyzes the Zydonian technology, trying to understand their weapons and their defenses. He discovers that their energy weapons are based on a form of advanced plasma technology, far beyond anything humanity has developed. Dr. Sharma, the exobiologist, examines the ancient war machine, trying to understand its origins and its purpose. She discovers that it is a biomechanical construct, a fusion of organic and inorganic components, designed for war. Dr. Rodriguez, the medical officer, prepares the team for the stress of a rapid evacuation, ensuring that they are physically and mentally ready for the challenges ahead. Dr. Petrov, the geologist, examines the Martian terrain, searching for a safe escape route. He discovers a network of ancient tunnels, remnants of the ancient civilization, that may provide a way to escape the battlefield. As the battle rages, the E.M.U. makes their move. They load their equipment and supplies onto the rovers and make their way towards the ancient tunnels. The journey through the tunnels is treacherous, the darkness broken only by the rovers' headlights. The tunnels are narrow and winding, their walls covered in strange symbols and hieroglyphics. As they navigate the tunnels, they encounter remnants of the ancient civilization, abandoned tools and weapons, and the skeletal remains of the ancient inhabitants. They also encounter remnants of the war, destroyed war machines, and the charred remains of the ancient warriors. The journey is a haunting reminder of the civilization that had once thrived on Mars, only to be destroyed by its own hubris. Finally, they emerge from the tunnels, finding themselves on the far side of the battlefield. The Ares III, their escape vehicle, is visible in the distance, its silhouette stark against the Martian sky. They race towards the Ares III, their hearts pounding with fear and adrenaline. The battle rages behind them, the sound of explosions and energy blasts echoing across the desolate landscape. They reach the Ares III, their bodies aching, their spirits weary. They board the spacecraft, their hands trembling as they secure themselves into their seats. Dr. Tanaka, with a final surge of power, activates the engines. The Ares III, with a thunderous roar, blasts off from Mars, leaving behind the war-torn planet and the secrets it holds. As they ascend into the Martian sky, they look back at the planet, its red surface scarred by the battle. They know that they have witnessed something extraordinary, something that will change humanity's understanding of the universe forever. They also know that they have awakened something dangerous, something that threatens not only Mars, but also Earth. Chapter 5. The Return. The journey back to Earth is long and arduous, the E.M.U. haunted by the memories of Mars. They carry with them the knowledge of the ancient civilizations, the war that destroyed them, and the Zydonian Collective, the enigmatic aliens who have claimed Mars as their own. They also carry the fear of the ancient war machine, the biomechanical construct that threatens to unleash its destructive power upon the universe. As they approach Earth, they are met by a fleet of Earth Defense Force ships, their hulls gleaming with a mix of apprehension and anticipation. They are escorted to a secure landing facility, where they are debriefed by the highest levels of government and military. They share their discoveries, their fears, and their warnings. They present the evidence of the ancient civilizations, the radioactive isotopes, the biomechanical constructs, and the Zydonian technology. The world is stunned. The discovery of intelligent life beyond Earth, the existence of ancient civilizations on Mars, and the threat of an intergalactic war, sends shockwaves through humanity. The governments of the world, realizing the gravity of the situation, form an alliance, the United Earth Defense Initiative, UEDI, to prepare for the potential threat. The UEDI begins a massive mobilization, building a fleet of advanced spacecraft, developing new weapons technologies, and training a new generation of astronauts and soldiers. The E.M.U., now hailed as heroes, are tasked with leading the UEDI's efforts. They share their knowledge, their experiences, and their insights, helping to prepare humanity for the challenges ahead. Dr. Chen, now a symbol of hope and leadership, becomes the commander of the UEDI's flagship, the Earth Defender, a massive spacecraft designed to defend Earth against any extraterrestrial threat. Dr. Tanaka, the engineer, leads the development of new technologies, incorporating the Zydonian plasma technology into Earth's weapons systems. Dr. Walker, the astrophysicist, studies the Zydonian communication signals, trying to decipher their language and their intentions. Dr. Sharma, the exobiologist, studies the ancient war machine, trying to understand its weaknesses and its vulnerabilities. Dr. Rodriguez, the medical officer, prepares humanity for the potential biological threats, developing vaccines and treatments for alien pathogens. Dr. Petrov, the geologist, studies the Martian terrain, trying to understand the origins of the ancient civilizations and the nature of their war. Dr. Jones, the communications officer, leads the effort to communicate with the Zydonians, trying to establish a dialogue and prevent a war. As humanity prepares for the unknown, the world holds its breath, waiting for the next move of the Zydonian Collective. The fate of Earth, and perhaps the entire universe, hangs in the balance. Chapter 6. The Zydonian Enigma. The Zydonian Collective remained an enigma. Their silence after the initial encounter was unsettling, a tense quiet that hung over Earth like a dark cloud. The UEDI, under Dr. Chen's command, worked tirelessly to decode their transmissions, hoping to glean any insight into their intentions. Dr. Jones, with her linguistic expertise, made slow but steady progress, piecing together fragments of their language. The Zydonians, it seemed, were a collective consciousness, a unified entity that shared thoughts and experiences. Their motivations were complex, rooted in a deep-seated fear of the ancient Martian civilization and its destructive power. They saw the remnants of that civilization as a dormant threat, a potential catalyst for another intergalactic war. They believe we've reawakened a plague, Dr. Jones explained to the UEDI Council. A plague of war, of self-annihilation. They see the ancient war machines as vectors, waiting to spread their destructive programming. This revelation painted a chilling picture. The Zydonians weren't necessarily hostile, but they were deeply concerned, driven by a desire to prevent a repeat of the Martian catastrophe. They saw humanity's exploration of Mars as a reckless act, a dangerous gamble with the potential to ignite a cosmic fire. Dr. Walker's analysis of the Zydonian technology revealed another unsettling truth. Their ships were capable of traversing vast distances in short periods, utilizing advanced warp drive technology. They possessed the means to reach Earth quickly, should they choose to. The UEDI, realizing the urgency of the situation, accelerated their preparations. They fortified Earth's defenses, deploying a network of orbital platforms armed with plasma cannons and energy shields. They also launched a fleet of reconnaissance drones, venturing into deep space to monitor Zydonian activity. Dr. Sharma, meanwhile, made a breakthrough in her analysis of the ancient war machine. She discovered a dormant code within its biomechanical structure, a self-replication program designed to spread its destructive programming to other machines. This confirmed the Zydonians' fears. The war machines were not merely relics, they were active threats. "We have to neutralize them," Dr. Sharma declared. "We have to find a way to disable their self-replication program, or they will spread like a virus." The UEDI launched a covert mission to Mars, sending a team of specialists to infiltrate the ancient city and deploy a counter-program designed to neutralize the war machines. Dr. Tanaka, with his expertise in robotics and programming, led the mission, guiding the team through the treacherous tunnels and ancient ruins. The mission was fraught with danger, the team encountering dormant war machines and navigating booby traps left by the ancient civilization. They managed to reach the central control hub of the ancient city, where they deployed the counter-program. The program spread through the network, disabling the war machine's self-replication program and rendering them inert. The threat of a widespread mechanical plague was averted, but the Zydonian presence remained. Chapter 7: The Final Stand. The Zydonians, sensing the UEDI's actions on Mars, responded. Their fleet, previously dormant, began to move, their ships converging on Earth's solar system. The UEDI, prepared for this moment, deployed their defense fleet, the Earth Defender leading the charge. The battle began in the outer reaches of the solar system, a clash of advanced technologies and alien forces. The UEDI ships, armed with plasma cannons and energy shields, engaged the Zydonian fleet, their weapons fire illuminating the darkness of space. The Zydonians, with their advanced warp drive technology, were agile and unpredictable, their ships appearing and disappearing in flashes of light. They unleashed a barrage of energy blasts, their power enough to cripple Earth's defense platforms. The Earth Defender, under Dr. Chen's command, maneuvered through the chaos, its powerful shields deflecting the Zydonian attacks. Dr. Chen, drawing on her experience on Mars, anticipated the Zydonian tactics, guiding the fleet with precision and courage. "Focus fire on their warp drives," Dr. Chen ordered. "If we can disable their ability to teleport, we can gain the advantage." The UEDI ships, following Dr. Chen's command, targeted the Zydonian warp drives, their plasma cannons unleashing a barrage of energy. The Zydonian ships, caught off guard, struggled to maintain their agility, their warp drives flickering and failing. Dr. Walker, monitoring the battle, noticed a pattern in the Zydonian movements. They were coordinating their attacks, their collective consciousness acting as a single, unified entity. "They're acting as one," Dr. Walker exclaimed. "We need to disrupt their collective consciousness, break their connection." Dr. Jones, recalling the Zydonian language, realized that their collective consciousness was maintained through a complex network of energy signals. She devised a counter-signal, a disruptive frequency designed to interfere with their communication. "We need to broadcast this signal," Dr. Jones declared. "If we can disrupt their communication, we can break their unity." The UEDI, recognizing the potential of Dr. Jones's plan, deployed a network of communication satellites, broadcasting the disruptive signal across the solar system. The Zydonian ships, caught in the signal's range, began to falter, their movements becoming erratic. The Zydonian Collective consciousness, disrupted by the signal, began to fragment, their unity breaking apart. The Zydonian ships, no longer acting as a unified force, became vulnerable, their defenses weakening. The Earth Defender, seizing the opportunity, launched a final, decisive attack, its plasma cannons unleashing a devastating barrage of energy. The Zydonian flagship, crippled by the attack, began to break apart, its energy core destabilizing. A blinding flash of light erupted, followed by a shockwave that rippled through the solar system. The Zydonian flagship, its energy core overloaded, exploded, its destruction signaling the end of the battle. The remaining Zydonian ships, their collective consciousness shattered, retreated, their warp drives engaging as they fled the solar system. Earth had won, but the victory was hard-won, a testament to humanity's resilience and determination. Dr. Chen, standing on the bridge of the Earth Defender, watched as the Zydonian fleet disappeared into the darkness of space. The battle was over, but the future remained uncertain. The Zydonians, though defeated, were not destroyed. They would return, their collective consciousness reformed, their desire to protect the galaxy from the ancient Martian threat undiminished. Humanity had bought itself time, a chance to prepare for the inevitable return of the Zydonians. The UEDI, under Dr. Chen's leadership, would continue to explore the universe, seeking allies and developing new technologies. The exploration of Mars, though fraught with danger, had ignited a new era for humanity, an era of interstellar awareness and galactic responsibility. The future was uncertain, but humanity, armed with knowledge and courage, would face whatever challenges lay ahead, ready to defend its place in the cosmos.